Anais, hello, how are you doing? I've got your work up here and I was really interested in your reading, so I want to address your reading and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the ad. Now, I see you've left a JPEG here, but I think we can access everything we need right here, so I don't think we really need to open the JPEG. But thank you very much for including that. Okay, so I want to address your writing first. Chose highlight, get away for two. I wanted to highlight and make sure it was a call to action. Not 100% sure. I like my headline. That's okay. You got time to change your text. I mean, this final ad isn't due till week 7th, and you know how to change. You can change anything you want at this point. You don't have to run it by me as long as you think it's good. You've got the ability, you've got the technique to change anything you want. So please don't think you're stuck with anything that you've already chosen. Okay. Headline wording, I think it's close to what it said. It shoots a sunset with a champagne glass over it. And I like that. I like the champagne over the sunset. I think it's a really cool, it creates an outstanding message, especially in relationship to its time for romance. We don't need people in this ad. All we need are these gorgeous champagne glasses overlooking the sunset. That says it all. So, I mean, you're telling the whole story with your imagery, which is fantastic. Nice job there. I think Champagne Sunset tells screen romance. I thought they would be perfect images to draw people. Text placement. I think this is the problematic. This, to me, is the problem in the ad, and I want to address that. So you're saying that basically you had a hard time deciding where to place the text without covering too much of the photo. Don't be concerned about covering the photo with text. The viewer will get it. They'll get it. They will understand. Okay, so I'm trying to find a text-heavy example. This is pretty text heavy, and as you can see, it works in such beautiful harmony and synergy that no one would ever notice that there's a lot of text in this. So I'm not worried about that at all. That relationship between text and type will work itself out. Okay, but I need to use backgrounds behind some of my text in order to make it readable. Let me talk about this, and I don't mean to sound discouraging. I just want to really sound as realistic as possible. And I ask, this is a really, really common thing that design students do. Place things in boxes, okay? Think about it like this. We don't want to place type in boxes to make it more visible, because the reason is that it's very obvious the reason the type is placed on a color background is because it wouldn't be visible if it weren't on the color background. That points to maybe finding a better image that's more suitable for text. Now, in the course announcement, I talk a little bit about the suitability of image with type right here. So not all images will hold type. If it's a really textured, busy image, it's not going to hold type well. So image selection is critical. Now, what I would recommend is this. I think we're done. I placed the content in purple. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at the ad. And let me tell you where I would like to see it go. All right, right now, everything is jumbled up. All the type is packed together, compact together, and shoved all the way up at the top. And that is really creating too much visual weight towards the top. It's lopsided, out of balance, top heavy. This ad looks like it would go boop like this if it was sitting on a table. It's just so top heavy. It looks like it's not balanced. So I would like to redistribute all of this weight by distributing it right into the image. Now, this might entail finding a more effective background sunset image, preferably one without clouds, because as a resort, your client is not going to appreciate these kind of darkened clouds. You see what I'm saying? I used to work for a Mexican resort. And I remember a member of the design team had run some images by one of the images. We were in a meeting at a conference table in Mexico, and one of my design team had showed some images, and one of the images had some clouds in it, and they went ballistic. They're like, absolutely not. Don't even bring cloudy images in these meetings. And I was like, wow, yeah, I get it, man. Anyway, so just food for thought. Anyway, so a really clean image. And what that's going to do is going to allow you to distribute this text within the image. So you don't have to place it in boxes. Right now, this almost looks like it could be two different ads, right? The top of the ad is completely different than the bottom in terms of visual posture. So what we want to do is we want to take this type and we want to incorporate it right into the image, just like we see in all of these examples down here in the course announcements. We have the image worked right in, the type worked right into the image, and it creates wonderful harmony. I'd like to see you do that here. Work that headline, subhead, work your body copying. This might be a little bit heavy in terms of body copy. You'll see contemporary ads don't have near this much type. Back in the day, they did, but now, since 2009, 2008 or so, we find magazine ads just have most of the communication is done with the imagery. As far as the contact information goes, this is, I don't think this is working because basically you're altering the logo, which you don't ever want to do. When a logo comes out in a style guide, you don't ever want to alter it all. So my recommendation would be, right now you're kind of a little restricted here with this beautiful presentation of the glasses. We don't want to place up the contact information over here, but what I would recommend is spanning it across the top. And we see that in this example right here. That opens up the bottom of the ad. So we can take this to get rid of the backgrounds, incorporate the type right over to the image. I'm sorry, the type right over to the image, incorporate your body copy, follow the examples for your lead. Maybe not such a heavy logo with such a heavy background, maybe consider a different logo. Span the top of the ad with your contact information and just try to redistribute. This may entail a different background image, one that maybe isn't have so much texture in those clouds up there. It will probably make it a little bit easier for you to place the type. But those are my recommendations, okay? And I think about it. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any questions in terms of setting up for these adjustments. But I'd like to see these adjustments being made, reflected in your final submission, which is coming up here in a couple of weeks. So if you have anything you want to run by me between now and then, please, I'll be glad to give you a critique in your work in progress. Okay, it's fantastic, Anais. Thank you so much. It's a great start. Good job showing outstanding technical proficiency. Just a little bit of improvement on the composition, and I think we'll be in a really good place. All right, Anais, if you have got any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.